cold.
Yes, it is.
Cold and wet.
Yes, it is. Hey guys, many of you have asked about dehumidifiers and what we do to keep the air dry inside our Airstream. And we do occasionally use home style dehumidifiers in our Airstream. But on a more regular ongoing basis, we use something called the Air-Dryer. And if you've ever been into boating, there are a lot of boat owners who use this device. And we have two models here. We bought these things probably 3 to 4 years ago. Let me explain what this thing is. It's basically like a little hot plate, and it circulates air through the device. So it takes in moist air and it heats it to the evaporation point. And that heated dry air escapes through these holes in the top. It's silent. You can leave it plugged in at all times. There's no water collection bin that you have to empty from time to time. And it uses very little electricity. They say that these things use about the equivalent electricity of a light bulb. So if you have electrical power, you're not going to be using much of it with an air dryer. Now, I first bought the 500C model, and it claims to handle 500 cubic feet of interior space. However, once I bought the smaller model, I really sort of believe that the larger model might be more effective and more appropriate for the space. This is the 1000 model that claims to dry the air in 1000 cubic feet of interior space. And see, the bottom of this thing doesn't get terribly hot, but I can feel heat emanating from the top. I mean, because I've got these plugged in right now. It gets, again, about the warmth of, it's like a little heat plate, but there is a shut-off switch. If it were ever to overheat, it is supposed to automatically shut off. And it's drop dead simple. I mean, this device does not even have an on-off switch. You just plug it in and walk away. It's pretty much all you got to do. And it's, in theory, constantly working to dry the air inside your RV. Our experience with it has been pretty good. I think you probably should pair your use of the air dryer with the occasional use of a real deal dehumidifier that you can bring in if you're in a moist environment to really suck all the water that might be trapped in the walls, behind the walls, in the fabric, and so forth. But I think these things do a good job on an ongoing basis of drying out the air inside your RV. So that's the air dryer. We have the 500 and the 1000. This one costs, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks more than the smaller unit. I would probably recommend that you just go ahead and pony up for the larger unit if you have the space for it, because I think it's twice as effective and it doesn't cost twice as much. So I'd probably just go ahead and get the bigger one. We'll put links in the YouTube description of this video if you're interested in picking one of these things up. As always, thank you for tuning in to Long Long Honeymoon. If you're new here, you must subscribe and join Loloho Nation. Until next time, I'm Sean. This is Long Long Honeymoon, Loloho.